And good morning and good afternoon. Today will be Thursday. It's November 16th. It should be an A day. This is the audio for the English Colonies 7th District CFA number 2. The big question: how geography/environment affects colonial settlement. All right, so to begin with, you got to look at this picture, this illustration of the Virginia plantation. Question number one, it's multiple choice. Based on the image, what was the economy of the southern colony of Jamestown, Virginia, based on? So, what was the economy based on? You got four choices here. You have textiles, second one, B, forestry, third one, C, tobacco, and the fourth one, D, tourism. So you got those four choices. Look at that illustration up there, look at the titles, and you should be able to find the answer. All right, good. Let's move down to the next one. Second one is a population of the 6 English colonies. All right, you got to look at this double bar graph here. It says based on the graph, which colony had the smallest population of African Americans in the 1700s? So you got the gray area is the total population. You have this area dark and black represents African Americans. What colony had the smallest amount of African American population? So here are your choices: Maryland, Massachusetts, New York, and Virginia. Okay, so one of those is the smallest. So look at the bar graph. All right, the next one. In what areas of life did geography affect colonial settlement? So how did the land, how did the geography affect the settlement? Did it affect the people's clothing? Did it affect their job, their work, their employment? Did it affect the shelter? Or D, it affected all of the above? All right, moving on to the next one. Based on this map, all of the English colonies were located close to which ocean? So you got to look at the map, got to find the body of water, got to find the ocean. What's the answer? Is it the Arctic Ocean A? Is it B, the Atlantic Ocean? Is it C, the Indian Ocean? Or on the map, do you see D, the Pacific Ocean? Okay, we're rolling. Moving down to 5. Again, we got another map. It's the New England colonies. What impact did the geographic factors have on the economy of the colonial New England? All right, so how did the geography affect the economy of the New England colonies? Here are your choices. Letter A, they encouraged the establishment of large plantations. B, they promoted growth of fishing and shipping. C, they increased the region's dependence on slave labor. Or last but not least, D, they supported the planting of rice and tobacco. So look at the image here. Which one is true? All right, going down to question number 6, we have a line graph of the population of the 13 colonies. It says right here, this top line is the overall population. And down here, the bottom line is the gray area, that is the slave population. All right, question number 6, which aspect of life in the 13 colonies does this graph illustrate? Is it A, political rights for the colonists? Is it B, growth in the number of colonists? Is it C, religious freedom of the colonists? Or D, expansion of trade for the colonists? All right, so look at the title, look at the graph, and what does it represent? 7, which statement is most clearly supported by the information in the graph above? Is it A, from 1650 to 1770, the slave population, it remained unchanged? Is it B, the slave population was on the decline from 1650 to 1770? That means the slave population went down. Is it C, the overall population grew rapidly after 1690, meaning the population went up? Or D, from 1615 to 1770, slavery did not exist? Pick the best answer. All right, we got another map. Here's number 8. After reading or listening to the passage, in what ways would triangular trade routes affect colonial settlement? All right, so here's the triangular trade routes. Within the arrows, we have the items that are being traded. You go ahead, you take a look at that, and your choices for number A. Did the triangular trade route affect the economy? Did it affect them economically? That's choice A. Did it affect the colonial settlement socially? B. Did it affect them religiously? C. Did it affect them politically? D. Okay, so you got to pick the best answer. Which one was affected according to the triangular trade? All right, moving down, a few more left. Here's number 9. Here's that familiar Columbian exchange map. Number 9 is reading, explain how the world was affected by the Columbian exchange. Or how was the world affected? All right, you got a lot of ways that you can go with that. Make sure you give an example and you explain it in detail. That's number 9. All right, I believe this might be the last one. Oh, actually, I think it's the second to last one. Features of the 13 colonies. It says, in your opinion, which of the 3 colonial locations above would be the most successful? Explain your choice. So is it the New England colony most successful? Is it the Southern colony down here? Or is it middle colonies? Which one, in your opinion, is the most successful? Pick one and explain why. All right. Now, I believe this is the last one. It says timeline of slavery in North America. Number 11, how did slavery affect North America according to the timeline above? Explain. So each blue square is going to mention something about slavery. You have to pick one and explain how that how a slavery affected North America. How did it affect North America? Any type of effect, any type of way that it affected other people. Make sure you explain that in detail, and that should bring you to the very end of the District CFA number 2. Good luck with that. I'll grade that. I'll get that back to you as soon as possible.